Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel, and happy Thanksgiving to all of my US followers. Thanksgiving always lands on a Thursday and I upload on Thursdays, so this has kind of become a tradition. This is actually my 4th episode of makeup I'm thankful for. It's just a fun way to kind of stick with the Thanksgiving theme while also doing my makeup. And even though makeup isn't the most serious thing in the world, I personally am actually really grateful for makeup. It is something that has kept me creative. It's something that's been therapeutic. So I'm going to be going through and just doing a full face of products that I'm thankful for today in the spirit of Thanksgiving. And also, I just want you guys to know how thankful I am for each and every one of you. Thank you for everyone who watches my videos, who subscribes to my channel, who comments, whatever it is that you guys do to support me here. I hope you know how grateful I am for you, and you've literally made my dreams come true by doing those things. And so I just want you to know that I appreciate every single one of you more than you'll ever know. Before we get into the makeup, I also wanted to mention that my makeup bags, which I will put up right here, a little picture, we designed these ourselves. I'm obsessed with them. It's the only makeup bag I use, and we're actually going to do what we did last year. We're doing free shipping on all US orders, so if you guys want to check out my bags, I will have it in the description box down below. This is happening now, and it's going to go through Cyber Monday, so again, all the details will be listed out in the description box for you. I'm so grateful for your support with our brand as well. You guys have been the sweetest, and I'm so happy that so many of you guys have supported our brand and enjoy the bags as much as I do personally. It means the world to me. There's so much more to come with the brand as well, which I will definitely keep you guys posted on as that gets closer. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. You guys, I'm kind of giggling to myself because I tried out like a lip plumper before sitting down, and I'm pretty sure it's working very, very well. I don't know where I set that down. It's the Buxom one. This wasn't like a part of my planned products, but I'll have it linked down below for you if you're interested, because I really do feel like it did something. I actually had tried that a while ago and then just like never used it again after the first couple of times, and so I wanted to try it out again, and my lips look plump. Okay, so for the makeup that I'm thankful for, I of course started out with my Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil. I love this. I don't know what I would do without this, honestly. It's what I'm wearing my brows. I'm wearing shade 4 today. And then I also prepped the eyelids with, you guessed it, the NARS Tinted Smudge Proof Eyeshadow Primer in the shade Light. So that's what we've got going on here. Really love those two products, as you guys know. For eyeshadow, I was trying to figure out which eyeshadow palette I wanted to use today, and I haven't stopped using this since I got it in the mail. And I've talked about it several times, but it is a limited edition palette, so it sold out, and so I just didn't think to talk about it again. But I just saw that it's back in stock, you guys. At least when I'm filming this, I really hope that it stays in stock, because they're actually doing a sale as well, so you can get this on sale right now. It's the NARS Climax eyeshadow palette, you guys. I'm not joking. I have been using this non-stop. Anytime I go anywhere, whether it's just a vacation or just like a day thing, I take this eyeshadow palette and I wear this. It is so beautiful, so I wanted to use this again. I just love the color story. And also I wanted to mention how thankful I am for this brush collection from Morphe and Makeup by Ariel. It's divine, so I threw that in here as well. This is actually in stock again. It was out of stock last time I like formally mentioned it, but I've been using these brushes ever since getting this as well. So let's just go ahead and create an eye look. I'm gonna start with this top corner matte shade as my transition. And I'm going to use the A11 brush from that Morphe collection. Just kind of buff this in as my transition shade. I feel like I really want to do something that focuses heavily on this blue shade today. I don't know if I've done that look for you guys on camera yet, and I'm really wanting to. So just going back and forth, kind of bring it into this brow area here and then blending it out toward the end. I would love to know, just for fun, I think I do this every year, but I always ask you guys to write in the comments something that you're thankful for. No matter what day it is, Thanksgiving or not, wherever you're living, I think practicing gratitude is something that is so overlooked, and it's something that we all hear about, you know, but it's not until you really practice it. And I feel like I've been doing it more and more this year, like over the past year than ever in my life. And it makes the world of a difference in your day to start out with like a gratitude journal, or just shift your perspective to view life with the things that you're grateful for, because there's always things that we're going through. Honestly, we can always find something that's not going right and something that we're struggling with, but there's also always something that we can be grateful for. So I would love it if you feel like you want to share what you're grateful for today. Please comment down below. I would love to read what you guys are thankful for. Okay. I'm just gonna go straight into the blue. I'm actually gonna take my finger and apply this with my fingertip. I always do this with shimmers, and I'm just gonna start to apply this all over the lid. I will create a little more depth after, and I normally do that before, but because I want this to be the focal point of the look, I'm just gonna go ahead and kind of apply it all over to start, and then we can shape it out a bit in a second. Oh my gosh, this color is so good. It's so pretty. I normally try to do a Thanksgiving feeling type of look as well, just in case you guys are doing your makeup, you know, as you're gathering with friends or family or whatever. But today, well, I don't know. I guess it wouldn't matter. Blue eyeshadow isn't typically your fall-inspired or Thanksgiving-inspired color, but we could make it, you know? There's no rules with makeup, so blue it is for me today. The thing I really love about this blue is how wearable it is. So now that I've got that like kind of plopped on the eyes, I'm gonna go ahead and go back into that brush we were just using, and I'm gonna start to gently sweep the brush in the crease just to blend that into the existing shadow that we already applied. All right, I'm gonna dip into the A20 brush from that same collection, and we're gonna go into the deepest matte shade in the palette. This kind of has like a purple brown undertone, which I love. I'm gonna use this to start to smoke out this outer edge. So I'm just gonna kind of scribble this into the lash line and then a little bit above, moving it into the crease slightly as well. Same thing on this eye. And I'm just using gentle circular motions to really blend this in. Since we have the shimmer shade already, it's gonna take a little bit more time for me to blend this shade into the shimmer. Since the shimmer is a little bit more emollient, if that makes sense, I just am gonna sit here for a second and really buff this in till both are well combined on the outer edge. Once it's pretty much blended on the outside, I'm dragging that inward a little bit just with what's left on the brush to kind of create a little bit of that purple gradient toward the inner portion of the crease as well. I'm gonna go back into that very first shade we were using. Now that I have the eyeshadow on, I feel like I can go a little bit higher with this shade. So I'm gonna bring that up closer toward the brow. I'm loving how this is looking. The next product I'm thankful for is this double-ended eyeliner from Charlotte Tilbury. I am not a major eyeliner person, but when I do wear eyeliners, it's typically a brown and a nude. So this double-ended situation where I get both in one has been a game changer. I've been using it like crazy. So I'm gonna take the dark brown side, and I'm just gonna start to line the top lash line with this. Starting at the edge, I'm not sure if I wanna line all the way across yet. Yeah, we'll line all the way across since we have the blue all the way across, but I am gonna make sure to have a little bit of a thinner line in this inner portion, and then as I move toward the outer edge, the line will get a little bit thicker. I'm not gonna worry about winging out the liner either, I'm just gonna end it at the edge. Okay, so now that we have the eyeliner on, I'm just gonna clean up any fallout under the eyes, and also use this to kind of correct the edge. There honestly wasn't much fallout at all. There's a bit from the blue when I buffed my brush on this outer edge, but besides that, there's hardly anything, which is really impressive. I'm just taking my finger and patting down the edges so it's nice and smooth. And then the mascara that I'm grateful for still, I feel like I used this in my last year's Thanksgiving video, the Maybelline Lash Sensational. It's just so good, and I've been missing wearing it. I've been trying so many new mascaras lately, and I just wanted to go back to this one. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply that to the top lashes. I'm gonna be very generous with this. I love how this mascara builds up, and I really want there to be a bold lash in front of this blue shadow. So I'm gonna stay here for a minute and really build up this mascara. All right, moving to Complexion. I am so thankful for this Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Perfector. I just have been using this like crazy. I love that it's affordable. I love how beautiful it is on the skin. So I'm just gonna go ahead and apply this on the outer portions of the face to just kind of tint the skin and also create that really nice lit from within glow. I am gonna add this down the center actually, and on the chin. I always do that. And then I'm just gonna blend that out gently with my sponge. And then for foundation, I really wanted to use this. I've been reaching for this again all over again. I've been trying so many different foundations similar to mascaras recently, and I don't know what made me try this a few days ago, but I tried it and then I took it on my anniversary weekend, little staycation that I had just this past weekend, and I wore it every day, and I was reminded like, Oh, I love great foundations that stand the test of time. I've been using this for years, and it was just like a really good reminder that this foundation is so good, and I'm thankful to have, you know, reliable foundations like this. By the way, this is the Dose of Colors Meet Your Hue foundation. I wear the shade 108. It's just so good. I'm gonna take the A24 brush from the Morphe Ariel collection, and I'm gonna start to apply this all over the skin. A little bit goes a long way with this foundation, as you can see. I dipped it on the back of my hand one time, and it is more than enough. So I'm just gonna keep buffing that in with my brush, and then once I feel like it's pretty evenly distributed, like it is now, I'm just gonna take my sponge, pick up what's left on the back of my hand, and press that in. Okay, once that is pressed in, we're gonna go to the NARS Soft Matte Concealer. I love this stuff so much. It's truly one of the best concealers ever. I'm gonna go ahead and take this on my concealer brush from the Morphe Ariel collection. This is the A19. And I'm gonna start applying this underneath the eyes. I just love how airbrushed this looks. It's so foolproof for me. I adore it, especially on more glam occasions where I just want that super, super airbrushed look in the center of the face. This is definitely my go-to. I'm just gonna press that concealer in with my sponge. Okay, before we go into powder, I did want to use a cream contour that I'm thankful for, and it's the Mario Soft Sculpt Shaping Stick in the shade Light. There's something about this formula and the tone and undertone that I just love. Every time I wear it, if I catch myself in the mirror or even take pictures wearing this, I feel like my face looks especially sculpted and defined, which I love, and I've noticed that this is like the common denominator product in all the situations where I have felt like that about my complexion. It's just so good. So if you haven't tried this yet, it's definitely worth it in my opinion. I'm gonna go ahead and apply this all over on the forehead, under the cheekbones. We'll do a little down the sides of the nose, under the lip, and then along the jawline and a little bit down the neck with what's left on the brush. I'm just gonna go around the edges with my sponge to make sure that's extra blended. And then the powder that I'm thankful for right now is the Huda Beauty Easy Bake Powder in the shade Sugar Cookie. I'm gonna go ahead and take some of this with probably my favorite brush in the entire Morphe Ariel collection. It's the A14. I use this every day. It's the perfect powder brush for under the eyes. So I'm just gonna use that to set. I'm using a fluffy brush to set the outsides of my face. And then I'm gonna go into the bronzer that I'm just the most thankful for. You guys probably know what bronzer I'm gonna use. The Milani Silky Matte Bronzer. It's just still one of the best out there. So I'm gonna take this on the Morphe A21 brush from the Ariel collection, and I'm gonna sculpt the cheeks even more with this and add even more warmth. Okay, we're hopping back to the eyes now. I'm gonna go back into my Charlotte Tilbury double-ended eyeliner, and I'm actually gonna start with the nude side. I forgot I wanted to kind of brighten the waterline. So I'm first just going to brighten up the waterline with this, and then I'm gonna take the dark brown side, and I'm going to apply this on the outer third of that lower lash line, right up against the lashes. I'm then gonna go back into the NARS Climax eyeshadow palette, and I'm gonna take that dark matte shade at the bottom on the A18 brush from that set, and I'm gonna start to buff this out across that outer third, just to start to define things a little bit on this lower lash line. I'm then gonna switch, I actually have two of those brushes. So I'm going to my other A18 brush and dipping into the blue shade. I'm gonna pick this up and then I'm going to, whoa, as I drop it, whoa. I'm gonna spray it with my setting spray, which I'll show you guys in a second. I'm gonna kind of press that in the back of my hand, just so there's no fallout. And then I'm gonna start to apply that blue on the inner portion and then blend it into that purple shade we just applied all the way across that lower lash line again. I love this blue so much. It's gorgeous. Just this palette is so flattering. They nailed every single color. I really hope that they don't make this limited edition. I really hope they make it permanent because it's one of the best palettes ever from NARS and from anyone, honestly. So I'm gonna go now into the lightest shade, the lightest matte shade anyway. This is the A25 brush. I'm gonna take this and just start to kind of buff the very, very edges of this out closer to that under eye area, just to create a transition shade on the lower lash line as well. So it all looks like the same family on the top lid and then on the lower lash line too. I always make sure to blend it out and kind of connect it out here. So again, it looks very, very seamless. I am loving this eye look so much. I'm now going to apply the Maybelline Lash Sensational Mascara to the lower lashes. I think that just looks so beautiful. Okay, I need this brush. I'm just gonna kind of sweep away and clean up a little bit of the eye area. Just a little bit. There wasn't that much fallout, but I just want to make sure it looks really clean and purposeful. So now we're gonna go into, actually, I think I'm gonna do lips first, because I know the lip combo that I'm gonna do. I haven't stopped wearing this lip combo, you guys. I wore it for days in a row, which I love lipstick, so I'm always switching up my lip color. But then I found this, and there's no need to switch this up when I love it so much. It's the Charlotte Tilbury Iconic Nude Lip Liner. By the way, I'm just realizing I had some nail polish on my finger that whole time. I just painted them right before filming. Aren't they kind of fun? A little red sparkly moment. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and line the lips with this. And I'm gonna fill them in a little as well with this. And then the lipstick that I have never been more thankful for is the Makeup by Mario lipstick in the shade Aaron. Again, I haven't stopped wearing this since I got it. I think it's my perfect nude. So I'm just gonna apply that all over. Oh, look how beautifully it matches the transition shade. Oh my gosh, the palette and that lipstick are like made for each other. I'm just gonna take my finger and blend this out. I want a really diffused looking lip today. I love that so much. Okay, now the highlighter that I am grateful for is the Dior Backstage highlighter palettes. This one is actually limited edition. This is the original one. I did want to dip into the limited edition shade for this because it has a little bit of a pink undertone. I'm not positive if you can still get this color or not. If not, just get the original and you can mix these two to create it. But yeah, I love this formula so much. I'm just gonna pop this on the high points of the face. I thought that pink undertone would look really beautiful with the blue, so we're doing that. And then the blush that I'm grateful for is the Mario Mellow Mauve blush. I've just been using this nonstop. It's stunning. I love that it has like the perfect amount of sheen to it. It goes with every single makeup look. So I'm gonna smile and apply this to the apples of the cheeks. And I'm using the A58 brush to blend this out. Before I forget, I'm gonna take that same highlighter and I'm wanting to make sure I have an inner corner highlight. So I'm going to apply that in the inner corner of the eye and then right underneath the highest part of the brow. So now, just to make sure everything is super airbrushed, I'm gonna use a pressed powder I'm grateful for from number 7. This is the Triple Action Translucent Finishing Powder in the shade Light. I'm just gonna run this underneath the eyes and right here just to kind of blend it into the blush and brighten up the under eye a little bit more. I like to make sure my under eyes are pretty bright when using purples and blues because it can tend to pull out the discoloration under your eyes, if that makes sense. Like, since usually dark circles are purpley blue kind of, if you're wearing a blue or purple eyeshadow, it can enhance the intensity of it or like make it appear more intense. So I always like to go in with a brightening powder under the eyes when using colors like this. Let's step back and assess the situation. I'm gonna take my bronzer brush and just make sure everything is super blended and as warm as I want it to be. I actually really like how much blush I have, so I think we're good there. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and go into the setting spray I'm thankful for, which is my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. This never fails me, I love it, so we're gonna set the face with this. I'm very generous with setting spray. Not only does it help your makeup last, but it also like transforms the finish of your makeup, which is so necessary in my opinion, especially if you set the whole face like I do with powder. Using a setting spray kind of refreshes everything and helps everything kind of go in and look more skin-like. And then a bonus is that it makes your makeup last longer too, which when it looks as good as this, I want it to last as long as possible. I'm obsessed with these tones together. This eye look is one of my favorites, I think, that I've ever done. I don't say that often, but this color is just to die for. I love it. Okay, and then, of course, it wouldn't be a gratitude video if I didn't throw in my Rimmel Stay Matte powder. This has saved me on multiple occasions. I'm just gonna pop that in the T-zone wherever I don't want to get oily. And then, to finish everything off, I'm gonna use my 24-hour brow setter from Benefit, a classic and a staple for me. Just gonna run that through the brows. All right, you guys, so that completes this makeup look. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial and this look as much as I do. I love this look so much. Obviously, like, I'm filming this before Thanksgiving, but I literally am gonna bring all of these products with me and recreate this look for Thanksgiving. Like, this is what I'm wearing. No questions asked. I don't normally do blue eyeshadow on Thanksgiving. I usually do something brown and smoky in fall, but this is like something different and new, and I still feel like it's very special and very fall somehow, but in a really like elegant, different way. I'm obsessed if you can't tell. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, let me know what you're grateful for in the comments. It can be something in your life, and then maybe add a product that you're grateful for too in the comments down below. I can't wait to read your comments. If you're new here, hi, my name is Allie, and I would love for you to join the family. You can do so by hitting the subscribe button. And if you're already a subscriber, we want to be notified on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Click on the bell after you subscribe and you'll get a notification every single time I post. That's it for me today. I hope you have an amazing day wherever you are, and I will see you in my next video. Love you. Bye!